There are facts that sound fake, and fake things that everyone still swears are true, but science doesn't care what you believe. Today, we're going to break down some scientifically proven truths that people keep getting completely wrong. So sit back, relax, and prepare to unlearn half your childhood. Let's start with knuckle cracking, that popping sound when you crack your fingers. It's not your bones grinding together or your joints falling apart. It's just gas bubbles collapsing inside the fluid that keeps your joints lubricated. Scientists literally used MRI scanners to film it in real time. And no, it doesn't cause arthritis. One doctor even cracked the knuckles on one hand for 60 years and left the other hand alone. After 6 decades, there was no difference. So next time someone tells you to stop, just smile and crack louder. You've been told humans have 5 senses: sight, smell, taste, touch, and hearing. That's cute. And wrong. You actually have over 20 senses. There's proprioception, the sense of where your body is in space; equilibrioception, your sense of balance; thermoception, your ability to feel temperature; nociception, your sense of pain; and yes, even a sense of time called chronoception. You're basically a walking superhero, except you still can't find your phone when it's in your hand. Now let's kill one of the most ridiculous internet lies of all time. You don't swallow spiders in your sleep. That fact was invented in 1993 by a journalist to prove how easily misinformation spreads online. And it worked. People still repeat it 30 years later. Spiders don't crawl into your mouth while you sleep. Your breath, movement, and heartbeat scare them away. You're basically a vibrating death machine to them. So relax. You're not a midnight spider buffet. Next, bulls don't actually hate the color red. They're colorblind to it. Matadors use red cloths for the audience, not the bull. The animal charges because of movement, not color. You could wave a blue towel, a rainbow flag, or your tax bill. Same reaction. The bull doesn't care what you're holding. It just hates your confidence. Here's something that explains half of modern road rage. Being hangry is real. When your blood sugar drops, your brain releases stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. It literally thinks you're in danger. That's why you snap at people over small things. Your body's in fight or flight mode because you skipped breakfast. So the next time someone's being irrationally angry, just hand them a sandwich. Science says it's cheaper than therapy. Let's move on to bats. You've heard the phrase, blind as a bat. Turns out, bats can see perfectly well. Some even have better night vision than we do. Their famous echolocation isn't because they can't see, it's because they're overachievers. They use sound like sonar, mapping their surroundings in 3D while flying. Imagine being able to see and hear shapes. That's not blindness, that's a built-in VR headset. Have you ever noticed how quiet it gets before a big storm? That's not your imagination. The calm before the storm is real, and it's all about air pressure. As a storm approaches, the pressure drops, wind slows, and sound behaves differently. Even your skin can feel the change. Static builds up in the air, giving you that eerie, heavy feeling. It's nature, pausing for dramatic effect before throwing chaos at you. Here's some good news for anyone who thinks they're too old to learn. You're not. Your brain never stops adapting. It can grow new neurons and form new connections even in your 70s. This process is called neuroplasticity. Your brain constantly rewires itself as long as you keep challenging it. So the only reason people stop learning new things isn't age, it's attitude. Pick up the guitar, start coding, learn Japanese. Your brain will literally reshape itself to make room for it. Now for something a little bloodier, but way cooler. Roman gladiators weren't just mindless killers, they were celebrities. Most matches didn't end in death because training a gladiator was expensive. They had fans, sponsors, and even brand deals. 2,000 years before YouTubers existed, there were graffiti hearts with their names on walls, souvenir cups with their faces, and epic fan rivalries. The arena wasn't just sport, it was entertainment, fame, and business. Gladiators were the influencers of ancient Rome. Here's a weird one. Chewing gum can actually make you smarter. Studies show that it improves memory, focus, and reaction time for about 20 minutes after you start chewing. It increases blood flow to your brain and lowers stress levels. So when you see someone chewing like they're in a crisis, they might actually be boosting their IQ, not their jawline. The only downside? The effect fades once you stop chewing, so if you want to stay sharp, stock up on mint gum, not caffeine. Now let's talk about the great cheese lie. For decades, people said cheese is bad for your heart because it's full of fat. Turns out that was oversimplified nonsense. Modern studies show that cheese doesn't raise cholesterol the way we thought it did. It's full of calcium, protein, and even fatty acids that can help your heart in moderation. So yes, cheese is healthy. Just don't eat an entire wheel because your ex texted you, "Hey." Finally, the most misunderstood fact of all, humans didn't evolve from chimpanzees. We share a common ancestor. Think of them as our distant cousins, not parents. Millions of years ago, one species split into two paths. One led to modern chimps, the other to us. So the next time someone says we came from monkeys, tell them that evolution isn't a straight ladder. It's a tangled family tree, and we're still part of it, whether we like it or not. So, how many of these did you still believe? Science isn't here to ruin your fun. It's here to replace myths with reality, and sometimes reality is way stranger. The truth is, humans love stories that feel right, even when they're wrong. But the more you challenge what you think you know, the sharper your mind becomes. Because the moment you stop questioning things is the moment you stop learning.